My child, the air turned heavy on the night of September 8th, and someone trembling with fear whispered your name. They had stumbled upon something they never expected to see, something tied to you that made their heart race with panic. Your presence carried a scent, a mark, a trace that cannot be erased, and it shook them to their very core. The whispers spread quietly in the corners of darkened rooms, where no one dared to say it aloud. They said your body revealed something hidden, like an unspoken signature in the air. It was not an ordinary smell. It was the perfume of destiny mixed with the fire of secrets long buried. Shadows followed those who carried the truth, and they did not sleep that night. Every second stretched into eternity as they tried to understand what they had found. The 8th of September is no longer just a date. It is a line carved into your story. The fear they carry now has become a chain around their own spirit. Because what they found was not meant for their eyes, and yet it clung to them like smoke that refuses to fade. They realized too late that touching what belongs to you brings consequences no one can escape. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The night after, strange signs began to appear in unexpected places. The clock on the wall ticked slower than before, and doors creaked open without a hand touching them. They realized that your presence had been marked, sealed, and sanctified by forces far greater than they could handle. My child, this is not about ordinary fear. It is about trembling before a revelation. The scent that lingered around you was the fragrance of truth that cannot be denied. It exposed the lies of others and brought their shadows into the open. Those who saw it now live with restless hearts. Their sleep is broken by visions of you standing in light, untouched, yet surrounded by a power they could not fight. They tried to forget, but September 8th burned its way into their memory forever. Every step you take from that day forward leaves a mark behind. Not on the ground, but on the souls of those who cross your path. That is why someone is afraid they saw too much and they cannot unsee it. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The fear has not left them since that night, my child. It creeps into their veins like cold poison, reminding them that what they uncovered on September 8th was not meant for their human eyes. The air around you carried a signal, and now it haunts them. They tried to explain it away, but their lips trembled when they spoke your name. It was not an ordinary discovery. It was a sign written in the unseen world. Your body carried an essence, a fragrance of destiny, that spoke louder than any voice. Those who stood near you knew instantly that something beyond the earth was attached to you. It was not perfume, not sweat, not anything they could describe. It was heaven's secret lingering upon you, and they were terrified of its weight. The 8th of September was the day everything turned. From then on, nothing about you seemed ordinary. Every step you take is recorded in the memory of those who encountered your aura. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Some tried to run away, but they could not escape the mark of what they had seen. They felt the vibration of your presence in their bones, as if the very air carried your identity. That scent, that trace, followed them into their homes, into their dreams. They locked doors and closed windows, but the truth still found its way inside. Their fear is not of you, but of what you carry, the evidence of the unseen written across your existence. The shadows whisper your name at midnight, louder than the ticking of clocks. My child, what they discovered was not dirt, not decay, not shame. It was a sign that you had been chosen, and chosen ones cannot hide. Even their fear is proof that the heavens have placed their seal upon you. You did not ask for this weight, but it belongs to you now. That is why their fear grows, because they know you are touched by something they cannot explain. September 8th marked you forever. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They cannot erase the memory of that night. The way the air changed around you, the way their hearts started pounding without reason, it has never left them. It was as if the universe announced that your presence was not normal. The truth they stumbled on was not about what they saw with their eyes, but what they felt in their spirit. They knew that standing close to you was standing close to fire. Not a fire that burns the skin, but a fire that scorches the soul. Whispers spread in secret meetings, but none of them dare to speak openly. They are afraid that if they call your name too loud, the same presence that marked you will mark them. Their fear is proof of your power. My child, September 8th carved your story into stone. They know it, they fear it, and they cannot undo it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The scent they noticed still lingers in their minds. It was not sweat, not perfume, not anything earthly. It was the signature of heaven, written invisibly on your skin. They wake at night drenched in sweat, remembering how it felt to stand near you. Their minds replay the moment endlessly, and their souls tremble with every thought. They know they touched something beyond human comprehension. Your body was not ordinary that day. It carried a fragrance that spoke louder than words. It was a smell of destiny, a sign of ownership by higher powers, and no human can wash that away. This is what terrifies them most, and because they found it, they are now tied to it. The bond cannot be broken. Their fear is a contract they signed unknowingly. Type Amen to get blessing 888. From that night forward, nothing around you has felt the same to them. Their hands shake when they recall your face. Their voices lower when your name is mentioned. Fear has become their shadow because of what they discovered. The world does not know yet, but they know. And that knowledge is heavy, too heavy for them to carry without trembling. What was hidden inside you was revealed on September 8th, and they will never forget it. My child, your steps echo in their hearts like thunder. Even when you are silent, your presence speaks, and that voice is louder than anything they can understand. You are not aware of the depth of what you carry, but they are. That is why their fear clings to them, and why their nights are restless. The revelation was too great. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The scent you carried that day haunts them still. It is not a fragrance of flowers or fire. It is the fragrance of heaven's own ink. It marks you as one who cannot be erased. Everywhere they go, they feel like they are being followed by it. It drifts into their dreams. It seeps into their walls. It clings to their skin. They try to wash it away, but it returns again and again. Some say it was sweet, others say it was overwhelming, but all agree it was not human. It was the language of destiny written through your very body. And they knew instantly that you were not ordinary. This is why they tremble when you appear. They know you are walking proof that something higher has already chosen you. Their fear is their confession. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The fear in their eyes betrays the truth they try to hide. They thought they could move past what they found, but their hearts refused to let it go. That night engraved itself deep into their souls. Every whisper they share behind closed doors carries your name. They try to disguise it with casual words, but their voices always break. The weight of what they know crushes them silently. My child, your existence became a mirror for them. When they looked at you on that night, they didn't just see you, they saw themselves exposed. They saw their lies, their weakness, their shadows. The memory of September 8th hunts them like a wolf. They walk through crowded streets, but they still hear your unseen presence following them. They cannot breathe without remembering what your body carried that night. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They tried to sleep it off, but the dreams never let them rest. In the quiet of midnight, the same presence that surrounded you returns to their rooms. It clings to their beds, to their walls, to their skin. No matter how many times they whisper that it was only in their imagination, their bones know the truth. The body does not lie when the spirit trembles. The fear is real because the mark is real. That scent was not of this world, it was eternal. It was not a smell of decay, but of revelation. It was the seal of the unseen realm written into your flesh. And when they breathed it in, they were changed forever. No distance, no silence, no denial can erase the truth that entered them that day. Their lives will never return to what they were before. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The hours after September 8th became a prison for them. They could not eat without tasting the memory, could not walk without feeling the weight of your presence. The fear that began that night has grown into their constant shadow. Every corner of their home feels haunted now. They hear echoes in empty rooms, and every gust of wind feels like a whisper calling your name. The revelation attached itself to their reality, and there is no escaping it. My child, they carry your secret without wanting to. They would burn it away if they could, but it has carved itself into their very breath. They are prisoners of what they found. The moment your body revealed that unseen truth, their fate was sealed. It was not a choice, it was a binding. And that is why fear consumes them even now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The scent still wraps itself around their mind like smoke. They cannot describe it in words, yet they cannot deny its existence. It was both terrifying and beautiful, a contradiction that broke their understanding of reality. They see you differently now, not as one among many, but as one marked and separated. To them, you no longer belong to this ordinary world. Every time they close their eyes, flashes of that night return. The air thick, the pulse in their veins rising, and the sudden recognition that you are chosen. Their fear is only the shadow of awe, and though they run from it, they are chained to it. For destiny cannot be unseen once revealed. And September 8th was the day heaven pulled back the veil. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Their silence speaks louder than words now. They avoid your eyes, but the trembling in their hands betrays everything. Fear is etched into their very movements since that night. The memory of your presence has chained itself to them. No matter how far they travel, they carry it like an invisible weight. It stalks them in daylight and suffocates them at midnight. My child, you have become the mirror they cannot bear to face. For what they discovered on September 8th was not simply about you. It was about what you revealed in them. Their guilt rose to the surface, and they could not hide it. This is why they are restless, why they avoid speaking too much. For the moment they speak, their voices tremble with the memory of what your body carried that night. The mark is undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They thought it would fade with time, but it grows stronger every day. The more they try to bury it, the more it claws its way to the surface. September 8th is etched into their bones. They close their windows, lock their doors, but the memory slips through the cracks. It is not bound by walls or distance, it is bound to them. What they found has become their constant shadow. The scent lingers still, not in the air but in their minds. It drifts through their thoughts like smoke, impossible to clear. It is the reminder that what they touched was eternal. And eternity cannot be erased. That is why they fear, that is why they tremble. They know the unseen has marked you forever. Type Amen to get blessing 777. From that night onward, they could not look at you the same. Their eyes carried the memory like a wound, raw and unhealed. They feared even the sound of your footsteps approaching. The mark you carried became louder than any spoken word. It was as if your body itself whispered truths that the world wasn't ready to hear. And those who stood too close to you on September 8th could not unhear it. My child, they know you are not ordinary. They know the unseen has chosen you and sealed you with a fragrance not of this world. That realization terrifies them more than death itself. They will never admit it openly, but their fear is proof of your divine appointment. They are running, but even in running, they are bound. The discovery has chained them forever. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Nights have grown heavier for them. Dreams replay the same images again and again. The light around you, the thick air, the revelation that broke their reality. They wake drenched in sweat, unable to breathe. Even in crowds, they feel isolated. It is as though the universe itself set them apart because of what they know. September 8th is a scar that will never fade. The scent they encountered was not just around you. It clung to them too, like an invisible thread binding them to your destiny. They cannot wash it away, no matter how hard they try. And the more they resist, the stronger it grows. It is heaven's way of reminding them of what they witnessed. Their fear deepens because they realize there is no escape. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The silence in their hearts has turned into screams in their minds. They cannot speak it out loud, but the memory of September 8th crushes them like a mountain. Every second since then has been a reminder of what they uncovered. They tried to laugh it away, but laughter turned hollow. They tried to hide it, but shadows followed them. No matter what they do, the truth clings tighter. My child, you are now their unshakable memory. When they close their eyes, they see the glow around you. When they inhale, they still sense that scent of destiny. They fear what they cannot control. They fear what they cannot erase. And you, marked forever, are the reason their souls tremble. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Their dreams are no longer peaceful. They wake in the night, convinced that your presence is standing in their room. They hear footsteps. They feel warmth. They sense eyes watching them. They tell themselves it is imagination, but their hearts beat too fast to believe that lie. The body knows what the mind denies. The fear is etched into their pulse. September 8th was not an accident. It was the unveiling of a secret they were never prepared to witness. And now it has wrapped around them like chains. They realize now that what they found was not about you alone. It was about the power behind you. That power terrified them because it was undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The world around them has grown colder since that night. Food tastes empty, sleep feels shallow, and conversations carry no weight. Their spirit is restless because of what they touched on September 8th. They tried to bury it beneath routine, but every ordinary moment cracks under the pressure of memory. They cannot forget what their eyes saw, what their soul felt. The presence of your body left a signature that nothing can erase. My child, that revelation was not meant for them, yet they stumbled into it. That is why fear gnaws at them now like fire. They saw behind the curtain of reality, and it broke them. Their silence is louder than screams. They avoid speaking your name, but their trembling eyes betray the secret they carry. The fear is carved into them permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. The scent of destiny lingers like smoke in the corners of their life. They have moved cities, changed habits, even cut ties, but it still follows them. The mark is eternal, and it cannot be outrun. At night, they cover their ears to silence the whispers, but the whispers come from inside their chest. Your name beats within their own heartbeat, refusing to fade. Their fear is a testimony that they cannot deny. September 8th has become their curse and your crown. For what terrified them lifted you higher. What they found in you was not weakness, but proof of your divine seal. Now every day feels like judgment for them. They breathe, but their breath is heavy. They live, but their life is chained. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They no longer trust their own reflection. When they look into mirrors, they see shadows that weren't there before. The memory of September 8th has altered even their own image. Their fear has turned into a sickness. It eats at them from the inside, leaving them restless, leaving them weak. They know too much now, and knowledge has become their curse. My child, you are the reason they tremble. Not because of what you did, but because of what you carry. The seal of destiny on your body speaks louder than their courage. They try to hide, but there is no hiding from eternity. The more they run, the more the memory drags them back. Their fear grows as your presence grows stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. The scent that clung to you that night has become their nightmare. It was not of this world, and it branded them the moment they breathed it in. They know they cannot escape that fragrance of destiny. Their hands still shake when they recall it. Some describe it as sweet, others as sharp, but all agree it was not human. It was the proof that you are chosen. Every place they walk, they feel eyes on them. Not human eyes, but the gaze of something unseen. The discovery tied them to a realm they never wished to encounter. And yet, it is too late now. They are bound to what they found. Fear will follow them forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Since that night, they have avoided crowded places. The weight of September 8th presses too heavily on their chest. They fear that others might see the same thing in you that they saw. Every whisper around them feels like a knife. They are convinced people are talking, even when silence fills the room. The paranoia has grown into a storm inside their mind. My child, their eyes no longer rest in peace. Even in daylight, their gaze flickers nervously, searching for shadows that do not exist. What they found in you created a prison in their own heart. They wish they could forget, but forgetting is impossible. The memory breathes like a living creature, following them from dawn until midnight. They are chained to it forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They thought distance would protect them, but whether near or far, the mark of what they found remains. September 8th is carved into the fabric of their existence. Sleep has abandoned them completely. In dreams, they see your figure standing, silent, glowing, untouchable. and when they wake, they feel as though you were truly there. The scent they discovered still wraps around them like invisible ropes. No fire can burn it. No water can wash it. No time can erase it. It is stitched into their reality. This is why they fear you, not because you are dangerous, but because you are eternal. And eternity terrifies the fragile heart of man. Type Amen to get blessing 1818.